Published 1730 EDT, the 14th of September 2017. Updated 1730 EDT, the 14th of September 2017. Wembley Telecom sponsors have caused upset because their annual game at the stadium featuring former stars and YouTube footballers clashes with a charity match. The Remembering Bally game at Goodison Park on October 7 is to mark the 10th anniversary of the death of Everton legend and 1966 World Cup winner Alan Ball. The funds will go to charity, including hard-up families of the '66 squad, with the match being organised by Ball's son Jimmy. Wembley Cup, kicking off at the same time, features David James, Steven Gerrard, Rio Ferdinand, Robbie Fowler, Emile Heskey and Robbie Savage. Many are unhappy that Wembley would rather host a commercial event on that day. The Remembering Bally game at Goodison Park on October 7 is to mark the 10th anniversary of the death of Everton legend Alan Ball. Jimmy Ball wrote on Twitter about the 6 big names taking part. Shame they'd rather do this than help raise money for real heroes and some great charities. Former Everton and Arsenal striker Kevin Campbell tweeted, "I can't believe they have not prioritized this event. Only one World Cup win ever and neglected. Very poor." The FA say the Wembley match had been scheduled a long time in advance. Ball, pictured bottom second from right, also won the World Cup with England in 1966. Jimmy Ball wrote on Twitter about the 6 big names taking part. Shame they'd rather do this than help raise money for real heroes and some great charities. Hope Powell, a former England women's football manager now coaching Brighton Women, happened to be at St George Park on the same day as her successor Mark Sampson was facing the press over alleged racist remarks, but Powell, who is understood not to have the best relationship with Sampson, declined to answer questions about the issue. Rugby union's Old Boy network is alive and flourishing at the top of the sport. This allows John Spencer, having pocketed a 6-figure salary for 2 years as British and Lions tour manager for a 6-week trip to New Zealand, to move seamlessly on to become the latest RFU president. Spencer combined marrying 4th wife Amanda at the top of Auckland's Sky Tower during the 2011 World Cup with his International Rugby Board commitments. John Spencer right-pocketed a 6-figure salary for 2 years as British Lions tour manager. Recently filed accounts for the Wayne Rooney Foundation reveal the charity's managing director was paid £68,000 a year, well below the market rate, to organise a testimonial match that raised £1,621,957. Shrews fans foot the bill. Shrewsbury are trying to become the first English club to introduce safe standing via rail seating by asking the fans to pay the cost. An appeal to raise £75,000 through crowdfunding has been extended, with the total so far at £48,000. Yet whether the League One club should be relying on supporter generosity is questionable, as the latest financial figures show the club has around £2 million in the bank, having sold land in front of the stadium for a little supermarket. Shrewsbury are asking for the supporters to foot the bill to be able to introduce safe standings. DCMS Sports Select Committee rightly hold to account any sporting body without a diverse board, except themselves. The latest recommittee consists of a 100% white membership. Chairman Damien Collins recognised the problem, but said his MP colleagues could only vote from the list of candidates interested in joining. Victoria Derbyshire's BBC Radio 5 Live programme has known about allegations that the late Graham Taylor covered up the abuse of young players when he was in charge of Aston Villa since before his funeral, but the programme waited until the FA's independent inquiry to use the information, having not wanted to go public because of the sensitive timing for Taylor's family. In the Wisdom 5 Live are covering next week's Dull World title bout between Joseph Parker and Hughie Fury because of the British interest, but ignoring the mega fight of the decade occasion in Las Vegas this weekend between Gennady Golovkin and Canelo Alvarez. This is the same Bieber who threw all the resources at the McGregor-Mayweather mismatch. 5 Live will cover Joseph Parker Hughie Fury but not Gennady Golovkin and Canelo Alvarez.